Hi there, it's Ron again. Wanted to make a video about something I talked about with my therapist several months ago, probably early this year in fact, and it's about setting boundaries with toxic people, toxic relationships, toxic situations, and something that I sent to her and told her about. There's a awesome Yoko Ono song called Goodbye Sadness, and Yoko does not have the best voice, but she's this amazing songwriter, and she wrote this song Goodbye Sadness after her husband was assassinated. And basically it's just saying goodbye sadness, I don't need you anymore. I lived in fear every day, but now I'm going my way. And what I get from that is setting boundaries and moving on, of course, and not allowing people or even jobs to bring chaos and sadness in my life. And it doesn't mean that you can't disagree with people or anything like that. What it means is when someone is just insulting you and vomiting their hate on you, it doesn't matter what your relationship is with them, it's time to end it. Same goes for work relationships, anything that's toxic where there's basically hate involved. So you set those boundaries. Basically, you can put almost everything into two different categories. You can ask yourself honestly, is this a life force zapper or a life force enhancer? Something I got from an actress I interviewed many years ago. She had gone through therapy, and she told me that she did this thing where she put everything in her life into either life force enhancers or life force zappers. Excuse my hand there. And she wrote it down. Sometimes it helps a lot of times it helps if you write it down. And the thing is, it does not matter if it's a family member. It might even matter more if it's a family member or someone who used to be a close friend, or any kind of relationship. Once they get into that negative category where they're just insulting you pretty regularly, and it's just negative, they bring sadness and chaos into your life, they're a life force zapper. Same goes for a shitty job. It's one thing, it's fine to have a job where you have to work your ass off or whatever. I've had jobs I loved where I worked my ass off, but they weren't toxic. When they're toxic, where you're just sad at that job all the time, where it just brings that negativity, when it's a life force zapper, like I said, then it's time to jettison. And life force enhancers, seek them out. Relationships that are life force enhancers for you, where it's a more give and take positive relationship. Seek those out, keep them. The other one, you have to set your boundaries. That's the bottom line. You have to set your boundaries and put things into those categories. Doesn't mean that you can't forgive people, and doesn't mean that you can't forgive job situations that you had, but when you allow these things to remain around you and lurk around you, they still drag you down. I know this from personal experience. A lot of people do. And by the way, my therapist loved my idea with the Yoko Ono song Goodbye Sadness. Again, setting that boundary of if you bring chaos or sadness into my life, you're not in my life anymore. And that's that. It's something that it's helped me a lot, especially the more I've set boundaries, the better I've got at it, and the easier it's become. It can be hard at first, especially people pull this crap. Well, it's my third cousin twice removed, and we grew up together and this and that. Yeah, but if they're shitting on you all the time, if they're vomiting their hate on you, then I don't care if it's your mom. You need to cut that relationship. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's family, friend, work, whatever. If someone is just vomiting their toxicity on you, you have to end it. And it's easier said than done, of course, because you don't want, and the thing is, and discuss this with my therapist, you don't have to be hateful or mean about it. It just, sometimes you don't even have to tell them. You just do it. You just cut them out of your life. And once you get in the habit of doing that, it gets easier, and then it also gets easier to recognize new positive relationships where people are going to bring good things to you, bring positivity and joy into your life. So seek that out. Remember, life force zappers, life force enhancers, it's actually easier than you think. And give that song a listen. Goodbye Sadness, Yoko Ono. Alright, hope everyone's doing well out there. Y'all take care. Hang in there. Boston strong. Stay safe.